Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Mrs. Deuschle. I am an English educator, and the purpose of this channel is to try and simplify English concepts for you. However, like I've mentioned 1,000 times before, if my channel does not quite hit the mark for you, you're more than welcome to visit other channels that can assist you in this regard. But welcome to this one. I know it's been long overdue, but I have been so busy. However, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your patience. In this episode, we will be talking about pronouns. Yes, pronouns. Now, what are pronouns? Pronouns are words that we use to replace nouns in the sentence in order for us to avoid repetition. Okay? Now, in order for me to demonstrate that, I need to show it to you in a sentence. Look at the following sentence. Gabby went to Gabby's school, and Gabby learned a lot of English, which helped Gabby very much when Gabby wrote Gabby's English essay. Can you tell which noun we've been repeating in this sentence? Yes, Gabby. And Gabby is actually a proper noun. But instead of saying Gabby the whole time, we can replace it with a pronoun. And the sentence will read like this instead. Gabby went to her school and she learned a lot of English, which helped her very much when she wrote her English essay. Oh, that is so much better than having to say Gabby the entire time. So now you know why we need pronouns. Pronouns are there to help us avoid repeating the same noun over and over again, but replace it with another word instead. But now here's the thing. There are 7 types of pronouns. 7 types of pronouns. We have personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, reflexive pronouns, indefinite pronouns, relative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, and lastly, demonstrative pronouns. Now I know again, you're like, why do we have to have all these different types of pronouns? Why can't we just say it's a pronoun? I understand your question, I have been there. But when I read the different types of sentences, I finally understand why it is that we have different types of pronouns, because they are not used the same way in all the sentences. So in order for you to know how this particular pronoun is used and why it's used, you have to know what the different pronouns are and what they mean and how they are used in the sentence. So let's start with the first one, personal pronouns. What are personal pronouns? Personal pronouns are words that stand in for specific people or things in a sentence. Look at the following sentences. I love to read books in my free time. The personal pronoun used in that sentence is I. Notice my is also a pronoun, but in this sentence, it is not a personal pronoun. Look at the second sentence. She is going to the market later today. The personal pronoun is she. And last sentence, we decided to watch a movie together. We is a personal pronoun there. What we mean to say with personal pronouns stand in the place of specific people or specific things is that instead of us mentioning the person's name or the individual's names, we just replace them with a pronoun. Like we did in the first sentence, I love to read books in my free time. Instead of mentioning my name, I just replaced it with I. And in the third sentence, we decided to watch a movie together. Instead of saying Abigail, Tom, Peter, and Bonge decided to watch a movie together, we mentioned we, so that we replaces all those nouns, and we know that it's more than one person that is watching the movie. Here's a list of more personal pronouns. Feel free to pause the video so you can read it slowly. Let's move on to the next pronoun, that is possessive pronouns. What are possessive pronouns? It's in the word possess. Possessive pronouns are pronouns that show ownership or possession. They indicate who something belongs to. Let's have a look at the following sentences. This book is mine. The possessive pronoun in the following sentence is mine. What belongs to me? The book. The next sentence, the red jacket is hers. The possessive pronoun in that sentence is hers, showing possession of the red jacket. That house over there is ours. The possessive pronoun in this sentence is ours, showing possession of the house. The house is ours. The house belongs to us. That's a pretty easy one, hey? But here's a list of more possessive pronouns. We're moving on to the next pronouns. What are they? Reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns. What are reflexive pronouns? Reflexive pronouns are words used when the subject of the sentence is also the one doing the action to themselves. Interesting. So the person in the sentence that's doing the action is also referring to themselves. Here's a hint before I give you sentences to look at. Reflexive pronouns always end with the words self or selves. Always. It's almost like when you look in the mirror and you see a reflection of yourself. When you look in the mirror, you see a reflection of yourself. I don't know if that's an easy way for you to remember, but that's how I remember it. Reflection, reflexive. It always ends with self, reflection of myself. I hope that helps you. Let's look at sentences. She taught herself how to play the piano. Herself is the reflexive pronoun in the sentence, referring to the subject she. I accidentally cut myself while chopping vegetables. The reflexive pronoun in the sentence here is myself, referring to the subject, which is I. And in the last sentence, they blamed themselves for the mistake. Themselves is a reflexive pronoun in the sentence, referring to the subject they. Bring it. Here are more examples of reflexive pronouns. Let's move on to the next pronouns. Indefinite pronouns. You've heard this word indefinite before with indefinite articles. Yes, I can tell you're watching my videos. What are indefinite pronouns? Let's look. Indefinite pronouns are pronouns that refer to non-specific people or things. What I like to tell my kids is when you listen to a lot of music out there, the artists always make sure that they use indefinite pronouns in their songs. And the reason for that is that we can find it relatable. For instance, if you think of the song written by Adele, "Never mind, I'll find someone like you." The word someone in that sentence is an indefinite pronoun, and there's a reason why she used someone instead of perhaps Jack. She could have said, "Never mind, I'll find someone like Jack." But if she did that, then we, the listeners, would not be able to relate. Therefore, she used someone so that when we go through the same heartbreak that she went through, or through any heartbreak for that matter, we can insert whoever's name we want to insert there. So we find our own someone, and therefore it makes the song relatable and everybody can listen to it. Non-specific. Now, let's look at the sentences to see what indefinite pronouns are. Someone left their bag on the bench. What do we mean by non-specific? We didn't mention that Bianca left their bag on the bench. No, we said someone, which means it's non-specific. It could be anyone that left their bag on the bench. Let's look at the next sentence. Nobody knows the answer to that question. Not Valencia doesn't know the answer to that question. It's nobody. We don't know who, just nobody. Last sentence. Everything was ready for the party. Everything was ready for the party. Do we know exactly what is everything that was ready for the party? Is it the muffins were baked? Is it that the table was set? Or the DJ has arrived? We don't know. But everything. Non-specific. Everything. Here's a list of more examples of indefinite pronouns. Again, feel free to pause the video so you can read through them slowly. Moving on to the next pronouns, we have relative pronouns. Relative pronouns. What are relative pronouns? Relative pronouns are pronouns that connect a part of a sentence to a noun. It connects a part of a sentence to a noun, providing more information about that noun. The best way to see what I mean is by looking at the following examples. The book that you gave me was fascinating. The relative pronoun in the sentence is the word that. So the word that is connecting something to something. Can you see it? Let's have a look. It's connecting the book to additional information. You gave me was fascinating. And in the next sentence, she is the artist who painted this wall. The relative pronoun in that sentence is who. And we're connecting the noun, artist, to the additional information, painted this wall. And the last sentence, this is the place where we first met. The relative pronoun in the sentence is where. And we are connecting the noun, place, to the rest of the sentence that gives us more information about that place. So we first met. Now, how will you see this? The very first thing you're going to have to do is to circle or highlight or underline the pronoun in that sentence and see if it connects the noun to additional information in order to tell if it is a relative pronoun. But once you study the list of pronouns that I give to you, you will know automatically, right away, that this is a relative pronoun. It is a matter of going through it over and over and over again. Here's a list of more relative pronouns for you to look at. The second last pronouns we're going to talk about are interrogative pronouns. I can tell you already know what that means. If you think of a police officer that interrogates a criminal, what are the things that he does first? Yep, he asks questions. Where were you last night? Why did you do this? What is wrong with you? They ask questions, which brings us to the definition of interrogative pronouns. What are interrogative pronouns? Interrogative pronouns are words used to ask questions about people, things, or situations. Let's look at sentences to understand. Who is knocking at the door? The interrogative pronoun in this sentence is who. What are you doing this weekend? The interrogative pronoun in this sentence is what. Which of these books is yours? The interrogative pronoun in this sentence is which. You will see that with interrogative pronouns, there will always be a question mark at the end of a sentence because they do ask questions. And when your sentence is a question, you ought to use a question mark. So, hint, it always has a question mark. Good. Here are more examples of interrogative pronouns. Good. Now we are moving on to the last one, demonstrative pronouns. It's in the word demonstrate. Demonstrate. What are demonstrative pronouns? Demonstrative pronouns are pronouns used to point specific things or people that are near or far. For example, look at the sentence. This is my favorite mug. We're pointing to the mug. Which mug is it? This one. Not that mug. This mug is my favorite mug. Next sentence, that looks like a fun game. Again, pointing to which game is a fun game. That game. Not this game, but that game. These are the best cookies I've ever had. Again, I'm pointing to specific cookies. It's these ones. These ones right here. Not those ones right over there. These ones right over here are my favorite cookies. Demonstrative pronouns point to something specific. Point, demonstrates. Here's a list of more demonstrative pronouns. That's a wrap, you guys. That's a wrap. Can you believe it? It's so easy. Once again, what you need to do is go back, rewatch this video, go through the list of pronouns, and you know what? Try to teach it to yourself over and over and over again, because I do believe that when you repeat things to yourself, they tend to stick in your head and you remember them better. And find ways for yourself to remember certain things, like I did with demonstrate, you point. Possessive means you own. Reflexive, reflect. Okay, so find ways to make it easy for yourself to remember. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient and waiting for this video. Thank you for the parents that have come to me and told me that my kids are watching. And thank you for the kids in my classroom that when I'm asking them questions, some of them mention some of the things that I mentioned in the videos. Anashe, I see you. Yes, I really appreciate that. It means that this video is reaching some people, and that's the whole thing. I just wanted to help some people. And that's why I do this. That's why I do this. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next one, episode 5. We'll see what that one will be about. Subscribe, share this video with as many people as possible, and yeah, God bless and love you. Bye.
What are you ready for?